All right, welcome back to Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm Rich Walsh alongside Gene Collier. I'm trying to pass my bucko fever on to Gene. He doesn't have it yet, but you know what? Before the series started, and I'm going to read a tweet here by Vic, who just tweeted me. He said before the season started there was a question on here. How many games will the Pirates win in the series? He said 0, and he said how stupid was I. I thought they would split the series, and now they won the series. They're going to win at least 3 out of 4, potentially sweep the series, and you know, this looks like this could be a good homestand before the All-Star break. And Paul Zeiss said I was ridiculous for saying that this was a huge stretch of games here before and after the All-Star break because it's such a long season. But I think this is an important part of the season.
Well, sure, they're playing teams in front of them right through, you know, the last week of July. I guess, well, you know, the Phillies are here the third week of July. But, yeah, I mean, it's an important stretch. But, I mean, the Pirates are at a spot where, you know, they've got to put together wins. But, you know, the division has come back to them a little bit, so it looks like at least it's going to be interesting through the All-Star break and beyond. Yeah,
when they were going through that stretch when they just kept losing games, and this is a very streaky team, they'll lose a bunch and then go on a stretch like this where they win. And, you know, I'm bracing myself for that losing streak. But here's the one, here's where I think there's hope, Gene, is that people are starting to get healthy. We got news that Jamison Tyon's going to start throwing sometime in the next couple days. Gregory Polanco could be coming back. Keone Kela threw a bullpen session today. He's going to throw a simulated game on Saturday. So they're going to be healthy at some point after the All-Star game.
Yeah, they really need their pitching to get healthy. I don't think Tyon is going to be back for a while, but Kela would certainly help the bullpen. You know, the one negative part of tonight I thought was Chris Archer, not very good again, 5 innings, 3 earned runs. You know, he started 15 times and made 3 quality starts. You know, that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good, especially when he's supposed to be one of the ace of this pitching staff, and he can't even go past 5 innings, and that just taxes your bullpen, which was taxed last night. You know, Chris Archer just seems to give up home runs, and he has a tendency to do that, and he did that again today. You know, he just grooves them right down the middle, and you see it right there, just out of the ballpark.
Caratini, the first of his 2 home runs, he has 4 for the year, 2 tonight.
All right, let's go out to Jim in the South Hills. What's up, Jim?
Gene, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Real good, especially after the great win.
Yeah.
Anyway, but my opinion is when Polanco comes back, we definitely have too many outfielders. So any move we're going to make is going to have to include them. It's going to have to mean who can we get the most for. Unfortunately, my opinion on that is that it's Marte, and I hate to give the guy up, but he did it again tonight, getting picked off at first base. I mean, the guy is so good, but from the head up and baseball instincts, I don't know where he's at. Your opinion?
You know what? Thanks a lot, Jim. I thought that was just a bad play right there. With you have Bell up, you have Melky Cabrera on deck, and you get picked off at first base. There's just no excuse in my book for that. I think it's inexcusable.
You want me to disagree with that, Richard?
No, I don't want you to disagree. I don't think you would. I mean, he's the fastest guy on the team. He doesn't have to take that big of a lead and risk getting picked off. I mean, and they would have tied the game up in the 8th inning.
They would have, absolutely. And the other thing I'm wondering about is when the heck are the Pirates fans going to start to show up?
The what?
The fans.
The fans.
Yeah, it's going to be a while.
I think so, too. I think a lot of fans just don't trust this team, even though it's starting to get exciting. And if they get back over 500 and they start making a run here and in contention at the end of July.
Yeah, that was not a good crowd tonight. 17,000 announced on a Wednesday night before a holiday when you're apparently in the division race. That was not good.
And a lot of Cubs fans, too,
and,
Gene.
You know, almost half of them Cub fans. Right?
All right, Seth. What's up, Seth, out in Carrick?
It's Gene. How about there's early fireworks for us tonight?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I couldn't hear you.
They've got some early fireworks tonight for Buckos.
Yeah, it was a good win for sure.
My question is, do you think we need to open up the wallet and maybe someone up, or with all the people coming back? We're looking pretty solid. What's your opinion on that?
You know what? I can't even understand what you're saying. Did you get anything?
No, the 50th anniversary of the moon landing, and that sounds like a lunar transmission.
Okay. You know, I know Jim touched on this in the South Hills about the trading an outfielder, and you're going to have to make a move, Gene, when Polanco comes up here. Osuna's going to be the odd man out, but are you going to keep 5 outfielders? I mean, I think if there's anyone that's going to be traded, it's going to be Melky Cabrera. at the trade deadline. Unless they're really in it, I don't know if you could trade them.
I don't know. I mean, the most marketable, the person you'd get the most back for would be Marte.
Yeah.
If you could get a good starting pitcher from Marte, I would do that in a heartbeat.
And keep the other guys and have Reynolds play center or something.
Yeah.
All right, let's go out to Joe in Penn Hills. What's up, Joe?
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Hey, thanks
how
for
are
calling.
Okay, that 8th inning with Cabrera, see, Hurdle, he overmanaged it so early, the double switch with Lariano, and he takes out this guy, puts this guy, uses Reynolds in the 5th inning, which is too early for a guy that can hit like him. There was nobody left for the outfield, so he had to keep him in there. That's how Hurdle manages. There's no one left.
Well, you could have pinch ran for
who was going to
Cabrera.
play right field?
Osuna.
He was already pinched hit, didn't he?
No, he was in. He hit.
Oh, he was still available.
Yeah, he was still available.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, then I messed up. But that double switch was unnecessary, you guys. He didn't have to bring Lariano in to face just Rizzo. The rest were all right-handers, and I felt bad for Kong making an error as soon as he got in. But, Hurdle got away with another one with too much overmanaging. But, let's go Bucks.
Yeah, Joe. I mean, I don't know. I mean, is it overmanaging or undermanaging?
No, that's just a mistake. Managers make mistakes just like everybody else. He should have pinch run Brault in that situation, and the game would have been tied. But, again, Clint Hurdle is not the Pirates' problem. They have 50 problems. He's not one of them.
Yeah, and I don't even. I think Marte was the issue in that inning. I just think it's like we said a minute ago. It's inexcusable that he gets thrown out or picked off at first base. Let's go out to Bob in Brentwood. What's up, Bob? You there? No. Let's go out to Bill and Plum. What's up, Bill? Bill and Plum, you there?
I don't hear him.
Bill.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello,
Hey,
Bill.
what's up,
You're
Bill?
on TV.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for calling.
I wanted to make a comment about Chris Archer. The expectations coming in were pretty high.
No kidding.
Yep.
Yep.
And if you look at his track record, he's pretty much pitched to it, except for maybe 1 or 2 years. He's pretty much on track to his career. If you disagree with me, let me know. I'll be listening. Thanks.
He's just saying he's basically the same pitcher he was in Tampa, is what I'm getting from it. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, he had a couple good years in Tampa, maybe that last year. But this is his 5th winless game, winless start. His last win was June 6th, I think.
Yeah, we made this point. Chris Archer's got to pitch better, or he's got to be removed from the rotation at some point.
But what do you do if you remove him from rotation? Can you put him at a high leverage guy in the bullpen?
No, I demote him to middle relief, long relief.
Long relief. And then who's your guy? I mean, right now,
Well, I don't know. I mean, they got through June using minor league pitchers. That's going to be up to Hurdle to figure that out. But you can't run Chris Archer out there every 5th day to pitch 4 or 5 innings on 100 pitches and 2 home runs. It can't be done.
No, you're right. Definitely can't. All right, we're going to take a break. Back with more of your phone calls, some of your tweets coming up next. Stay right there.